Hello everybody, Mr. Pilgrim here, coming at you with the 8th video in our Platinum Trophy Guide for Lies of P. In the last video we had gone through the Barren Swamp and had done a couple of things, gotten some new weapons and all that good jazz, and taken on a couple of mini-bosses and the major boss of the area, the puppet-devouring green monster. Now, along the way, we also got a new boss weapon. Like I said, any chance you can get a boss weapon from Aladoro, do so. That way you get them all in one run. So, first things first, if you come and talk to Paul and Dina, he'll say that we made the right choice whenever we gave Lady Antonia the cure. So from here, you should now be able to come and talk to her.
Come here, try to show you. I have to save Krat.
There'll be a small cutscene and you will get a new gesture. As you'll notice now, the dialogue has changed for whenever we have a reaction and become more human. Pretty interesting, right? Now, another thing to do is come and talk to Vanini, and then he will give us a new gold lead acid battery, which can be used later on. Now, if you have any additional Legion arms that you would like to modify, by all means go ahead and do so now. I'm going to also upgrade my Aegis, as well as the puppet string. Now then, from here you're also going to want to swap to a fire weapon of your choice, or if you're using a straight damage weapon, that will still work just fine. Now from here we can actually head back to the Barren Swamp and talk to Hugo, or we don't have to, of course. But we are going to be heading back to the swamp and heading through the next area and all of that good jazz, which should be quite a shock to you if you can't already see it on my screen. From the puppet-devouring green monster boss room, if you head inside the cave, the path forward is pretty straight. There's not much to miss. It's more of just a connection of zones. So coming in here, you can drop down. Follow this path around. Then you'll have this ladder to climb. Now heading forward, we can head off to the right through this pool of decay. Head on up and then take this right inside the train, heading on through, and then off to the right and up the stairs here will be our next stargazer. Like always, I'm going to show you guys everything in this next area that is of importance. Alright, starting out from the stargazer, coming into this main hallway here, on the left you'll have an optional area with a chest inside, which will have some quartz. Now in this area they've added a new enemy that likes to throw the mist that causes decay, as you can see right here, but he likes to throw it a lot and makes it really hard to get in close. So if you happen to have any throwable consumables that can deal fire damage, or if you have the puppet string like me, or the, I'm forgetting the name of it, the is it the Fulminus? No, the Flamberge Legion arm, that will also work. Anyways, coming out here and dropping down into this hole, continue on the main path. Now on the right side you'll find a train car you can enter, and then head through a couple more train cars, and then exit here on the left. From here you're going to head to the right. Right here Heading up is where you'll find your first shortcut back to where we just were. As you'll see, it's just on the other side of the hole we fell down. Now from here, we're going to head inside, or head forward and then down, like so. And here we have a new enemy that I'm going to be showing off, and this will also get us a new amulet. As you'll see right here, we have this big boy. As you'll see, if you actually just... Okay. Get out of a corner or away from a wall. As you'll see, his armor is pretty tough, but it can be broken with enough hits. Or if you happen to have the puppet string, that will also do some decent damage. As you can see, just strafing around him is best to deal damage to him. But once it's defeated, you'll get the Murderer Puppets Amulet. This will allow you to deal more damage to all human-type enemies. Now, if you actually come over here, you can find that you can re-enter the train car that we started the game in. And here at the back, behind the chair you woke up in, is now a destroyable wall.
We are... Yes.
Inside you'll find a safe with a new upgrade for you.
What is this?
As you'll see, you'll get a new brake cartridge.
Here, of all places. Good grief.
Then from here we can head back outside. And on the other side of this train car is going to be a ladder leading up to the next big shortcut from the Stargazer. So you'll come around here, come on up, and then swing around and unlock this gate. And as you'll see, we're right back at the Stargazer. Now from here, I'm actually going to skip showing you guys how to fight the next little mini-boss, as it's just another human enemy, and it's the Weasel. They're going to be found in the lower area, just up ahead. But one thing I will show off before that is actually going to be just right up ahead. So if you come forward here, instead of heading off to the right, and swing around, there will be probably the most annoying little area in my opinion. And that is these guys right here. As you'll see, they are so annoying. But they are guarding a weapon of sorts. So if you come over here, grab this chest, you'll find yourself a new weapon. The Master Chef's Knife. So from here, we're now going to run inside. There will be a small ambush right here. And like I said, just here, as you'll see them waiting for us, is the Weasel. I'm going to skip fighting them, of course, and show you guys how to get to the next area, and all of that stuff. Alright, after defeating the weasel and getting her attire and her mask, you can continue on through the Krat Central Station in the reverse order that you went through in the tutorial. Now, as you guys will see, we'll slowly make our way back around to the front of the station, or the exit, depending on how you look at it. And as you'll see just right here, to our left is going to be our next Stargazer, and then just up here on the left, right next to the exit, is our next Trinity door. Don't worry, I'll show you guys where to get that key. Like always though, now we're going to go through the next couple of areas and show you how to get to the next Stargazer. So, starting off here in the courtyard, if you come off to the left over here, you'll find your next weapon. The Coil Mjolnir head. Or Coil Mjolnir. Anyways, now we're going to head off to the right to this side area, which was normally locked the first time you're here. Coming into here, we'll now have to fight this big boy right here, and the reason why I left him alive in particular is because we actually need him, and he's going to give us our next Legion plug. And just like that, as you'll see, we got our final Legion plug, and now we can enter this house, which has our next Stargazer. Now, coming upstairs, we can find our next merchant, who will have us another Legion caliber to buy, and the military shovel weapon. Pretty nice. He'll also have some converters for us if we choose to get them. And then we'll now be able to re-enter the city or streets of Krat. Alright, so from here we're going to head out into the collapsing krat. As you can see, the giant glowing crystal right there, if you stand too close to those, it'll slowly build up the disruption bar. I've mentioned this before, but disruption will, once it's fully built up, will instantly kill your character no matter what your HP is at. Anyways, coming along this path here, we're going to follow this around. Basically going in a giant U-turn, and then unlocking the shortcut door right here. Now from there, you're going to want to come inside, up the stairs here. Once about right here, you're going to want to pretty much buff your weapons. You're going to drop down in here, give this guy a couple of taps, then immediately back away. He is very aggressive. But we'll slowly get him chipped away. And once he goes down, you'll finally get the arch extra heavyweight frame. Then you can continue past him to find your next stargazer just right here. Right next to the collapsed workshop tower. From the stargazer, if you head inside, we're going to be just running through straight to the top. We're now introduced to a new enemy type, the larger patroller enemy with a walking cane. Coming outside and around here, and taking this left, you'll unlock a shortcut ladder back down to the stargazer. Then from here, you're going to want to drop down, follow this path around, and as you'll see, we'll be able to get a new chest for our troubles, which we'll then be able to give to Paul and Dina. Now heading up this ladder, then we'll head back around and back inside. From here, we're going to head into the left. And then we'll climb up this ladder to see our next mini-boss right here. Once ready, you can charge forward and take on the Walker of Illusions. As you'll see, strafing to the right does wonders here. Or to the left, either or really works. But as you'll see, the more you get familiar with this fight, just like every others, the more you'll be able to get the timing of everything that this boss does. And just like that, you'll get a Legion Caliber and a Dark Moon Moonstone. Now you can take this elevator down.
The hotel is under attack.
From here, you're going to head out to the right.
Head to the hotel and hurry.
interesting parlor trick.
From here, you're going to find your next stargazer right here, and then I'm going to show you guys where you can get your next telephone and riddle, and we'll see the next boss. From this stargazer, if you turn around and head through this doorway and then off to the left, you'll head back outside towards the kind of tutorial area, and as you'll hear, on our left is the phone. Basically, the answer is Ergo. Don't worry, I'll show you guys where to use the Trinity key after we deal with the boss. But now that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Now there's not going to be a cutscene this time, it's just going to be a walk and enter. Now one thing I'll probably recommend that you guys do is switch out to a attribute purification ampule just to get rid of some decay. But heading up inside, as you'll see waiting for us, is the Corrupted Parade Master. Alright, now we're going to be taking on the Corrupted Parade Master. Around half health or 75 is when he'll start deploying these little minions, as you'll see. Like I said, having those purification ampules will be handy. But that will take him down. You'll get some quartz and a full moonstone for your troubles. Then we can finally return to the hotel.
What's happening now? Let's get back to the hotel and our friends.
Find everybody. Don't forget to repair the Stargazer.
Oh, give me a sec.
Inside, you'll find everybody but Geppetto, as Geppetto has been taken.
I'm sorry, child. Geppetto has been kidnapped.
It's good and you came in.
Basically, talk to Lady Antonia,
Might clear this.
She'll let us know how to proceed, and we'll get the anger gesture.
The Baron, be careful.
Now, as you'll see, our nose is getting a little bit longer. But we're also not quite done with this episode just yet. So, like always, if you come over here,
You have to look after.
we can give Vanini the cryptic vessel.
The king of I must these records.
Actually,
The light shines bright. I always.
I almost forgot. I skipped a step. So if we come over here, we can give Paulandina the supply box.
No matter what, serving welcome.
As you'll see there.
No matter what.
Now
welcome.
he will sell the rusty cryptic vessel. He'll also sell another Legion caliber, as well as a quartz and a full moonstone of the Covenant. Then from here we can finally give Vanini the new cryptic vessel, which I will show you guys where to go, as it is pretty obvious. As now the door will be open.
You're here. It's good. When you came in, Alidoro. What if he doesn't? Oh, I just want. That's why You're here.
Now I recommend talking with everybody, of course.
It was the stock that might be soon, but be the truth. Like you show me whatever choice.
So if we come here into the side room where Lady Antonia was on the piano specifically, we can play a certain scale to unlock a door. As you'll see. But we're going to wait until the next episode to go down, and instead we're going to first go and use that Trinity key. So if we head back to the Krat Central Station lobby, and to the left, and here we'll find the fourth door. Inside on the left is our safe, with a Workshop Master's workwear and the Carrier's Amulet +1. This will allow you to increase your equip load even more, so you can wear whatever or use whatever heavy weapon you want and not worry about your stamina regen. Now, of course, the next thing that we're going to do is actually head back to the Baron's Swamp Bridge Stargazer. Once here, as you'll see, the gate is now open. You can talk with Hugo.
Oh, no trace of an next stop. I'm trying to track.
And now we can head inside. Watch out for the trap, and then come on down inside, and as you'll see, this area is much larger than expected. But as always, I'm going to go through and then show you guys all of the important stuff to grab, and then make it to the end. Now then, heading into this little area, it's pretty straightforward overall. But following this path around, as you'll see, you'll be going from left to right and then up and down and all that good stuff. Do be careful of traps, of course, in all of these areas. But when you make it down to this little ladder here, if you come inside this building, you'll find a chest. With some quartz inside. Then if we come over here, come across the bridge, and then head on up, as you'll see, we'll find our next Stargazer. Then from here, we're going to be, of course, heading down. Like always, I'm then going to clear out the enemies here, and show you guys everything to grab from here on. So, coming across this bridge here, tucked inside this little corner, is a tough enemy that you previously fought in the path of the Pilgrim heading to the Malum district. Here you'll find the black steel cutter blade. Then if we continue deeper into the area, you'll basically just follow this around. Like I said, careful of traps, of course. Dropping on down here. Coming on through into this little back area here. Will be another one. Now, once you're back here, you'll find this big guy waiting for us. As you'll see, once you, like I keep saying, probably way too much. But once he goes down, you will get a record.
This way. Yet, while the getting's good.
And just behind him, all the way up here, tucked in the back, is a new safe that you can find. And inside you'll find the Black Cat's hunting apparel and quartz. But that is going to do it for this episode of Lies of P. Hopefully this guide has been helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form. And as always, I'm Mr. Pilgrim, and I will see you all in the next episode